and under the boughs.
Hey everyone, fairly quick video today. We are training our muscadine grapes to go up to our trellis that we've got up here. We're still working on the trellis, but we need to train these guys to grow up these bamboo canes here, which are really strong and really good for training these, so that they can form a main trunk, and then they'll start. We'll start training them on this specific system I'll share with you later. But, you know, in my opinion, these were not pruned properly at the nursery. They're multiple leaders all out of this, you know, main short trunk here, and we need one tall trunk to come up. So we're going to have to do a lot of pruning in this case. There's a lot of branches. But that's all right, and we should have done this when we put it in the ground, but honestly we didn't have time. We ran out of time to do that, and now we're just getting to it. It's got a lot of foliage on it, and it's putting on some nice growth. And in the case of our Carlos muscadines, they already have tiny little grape clusters on them, which is kind of neat. They're about the size of a sesame seed. But regardless, all right, we're going to use two different things to tie. These are a little bit easier, these twisty ties. These are garden twist ties. I think they're made by Burpee. And what you want to do is be very careful with these as your vines grow, whatever plants you attach them to, because they won't give like an orchard or vineyard tape. A lot of orchards and vineyards put a piece of tape around there. The tape is perforated so it snaps when it gets too big, and it doesn't girdle or hurt the trunk or the arms of the plant. But just monitor it. It's fine. The same with the string. Just monitor it and you should be good. So we're going to start tying this up, but we need to make a decision. Down here we've got a main trunk, and we've got this big side piece right here. We're going to have to get that out of there. It's growing at a really acute angle, and it doesn't need to be there. I hate doing this. I love seeing growth, but you have to train these things properly or else they're never going to grow. Grapes will not grow on the ground. So you need to look and study this to see what's the strongest portion, strongest and oldest portion that's coming up that you can make a main trunk out of. And it's looking like, well, this one's coming straight out, but this one's longer. So you want to pick the longer one. Even though it's kind of crooked at the bottom, it's doing a 90-degree bend down here. That may straighten out over time, but this looks to be the best, our best bet right here. This one, as it comes up off of here. So your arm out the side here, we're going to need to get rid of that. Really pains me to do that again, but it's something you have to do. We're going to start tying this up fairly low here. That's going to give us some room to work. Now you can see this one is much, much taller. What we want to do is we want to send all the growing energy up through one arm here to get it up to our trellis to create our trunk. Alright, as you can see, we've got our muscadines starting to be trained up our bamboo canes up to our trellis here, and we're going to be using what's called a modified Munson training system. I still have to tighten the wires. I need to buy some turnbuckles so I can tighten those wires properly, and I need to do a center post here. What I did do incorrectly was space them too closely together. So muscadines should be spaced 20 feet apart. I know, crazy. 20 feet apart is a great distance, and in my small berry/grape garden fenced garden here. I didn't have the room, and I wanted more grapes. But we're going to try to train them on this modified Munson system here. Usually muscadines are trained on a cordon system that is, they have an arm on each side that comes out and runs 10 feet down one side and 10 feet down the other side of the wire. But this way, this will give us some more room doing it with these 4 wires here, and it'll still give it some really good sun and room to grow. So we're going to show you the trellis system when we're done with it, and that's pretty much it. We're excited for these muscadine grapes. They're really good, and they're really abundant. Oh, also they're really heavy, so that's why I need the other center post here, is because one mature muscadine vine can weigh upwards of 800 to 1,000 pounds. So I need to do some real reinforcing, and I'm probably going to put what's called a dead man on the end of these posts here. So I'm going to come in here, put a bolt through here with an eye, and run it actually outside at an angle, a piece of wire to a piece of rebar that's driven into the ground, and that's going to hold and provide the proper support for the vines, because they will they will get pretty darn heavy. But you can always prune as much as you can to keep the plant healthy and reduce the weight a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe. We want all of you to be with us all the time. We love all of our subscribers. We're very thankful for all of you. And share us on social media. Share the video. See what we're doing out here and learning and experiencing the country. It's a fun process, and so we want to take you all along for the ride. So also head over to countrylivingexperience.com, check out our blog, good articles there, and our tool store where we've got a lot of our tools, links to our Amazon store there. We make a tiny commission, just full disclosure. It just helps out our family, and we really appreciate that. And the sharing on social media, views on these videos really helps us out. We really, it brings in pennies, but every penny helps. And I'm not kidding, pennies. It's not much at all. Anyway, thank you again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next video.